Hey everybody, hope you're doing good today. Neil the Knife Guy here. This will probably be my last video of the new year, seeing as it's New Year's Eve today. It's been a really good year for me for knives. Been really focusing more on the knives that I really want to get rather than just spending money on knives that I sort of like. Been getting more knives that I think would be really good performers as knives, and that's the way it seems my collecting is going now. Just for example, the Endura 4 here, very awesome performing knife. Slicing any sort of cutting task this knife could do, and that's really what I'm looking for in knives these days. Just a little sidebar there. Yesterday I noticed my Benchmade, I think this is the 904 Stryker, the mini Stryker. The action on it was a little bit loose in that it felt, the access lock didn't feel as sort of tight when pulling back. And just maybe 5 minutes ago noticed a little bit of a sound while pulling the access lock back. I'll bring this close to the mic to see if you could hear it. You heard a little pop there. Well, what's happened is one of two things. Either one of the access springs has broken or has come out of its hole. You could sort of see it leaning off to one side, just right here. If I flip it over to the other side, you could see it's going straight down. So I think I may have actually broken an Omega spring. Just going to open this up to see if that's the case or not. And if it is in fact broken, I will be contacting Benchmade, see what they could do for me. Whether they could ship me out a spring or if I have to ship the knife back to them to replace it. Either way, I'd sort of be okay with it, shipping the knife back. I'm not too worried about the border agency snagging this knife, even though they have been cracking down on knives in the last, I don't know, month or two. They've been seizing a lot of knives they really have no right to. The pivot screw was a T10, I believe, and this one here is a T6 for the two body screws. Never had a problem with the spring inside the access lock until now, and there you could see it. It's actually broken. So right at the curve, I'll just use my driver here as a pointer. Right at the curve you could see is where it snapped. And just going to take this off camera just to look at it a little closer. Doesn't seem to have any sort of corrosion on it. It is quite dirty around the access lock, but the spring is actually quite clean. Get some close-ups of this. So you see a little bit of discoloration up here. That's whatever sort of Loctite or similar substance they used. It ended up bleeding onto the actual liner. So that's not rust. All this stuff around here is just grime and pocket lint, sort of lint that sort of got trapped in oil. But the neat thing I found, even with this spring breaking, there's a fire truck going by. Anyway, even with this spring breaking, it still locks up. Just take that piece out, and it locks up without any up and down play, which is sort of reassuring that if you do break your spring, at least one of them, and you're out and you need your knife, it'll still function. Am I disappointed this happened? Yeah, sure. I mean, it in the realm of, do I want a spring to break or something in the knife to break? No, absolutely not. But knowing Benchmade's warranty service, not really concerned about it. They replace it, no problem. I'll just have to contact them, see if they could send me out an Omega spring. If not, I'll have to send the knife back to them, and I'll do an actual follow-up video on sort of how this fares out. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Just a quick one for today, and have a happy new year, have a safe new year, and we'll see you next year. Bye, guys.